wall. A huge gray... What had been a clear autumn day is now blocked off by dull gray. It's dark, almost like the sun has already gone down. A dome, rather. We appear to be shut in from above as well. What? When did they do this, and how? I don't think any of us was in full command of his faculties as we came this way. We can't be certain it wasn't already there. It does seem most likely that it was put in place while we were all in the gymnasium listening to the headmaster, though. He did say there was a natural disaster. Maybe this is some kind of shield. A disaster so destructive there's nothing to be done but hide under an enormous gray blanket and wait. Maybe they didn't give the headmaster the details to avoid causing a panic. If that were the case, they would be robbing us of our right to know why our very lives are in danger. Is this really a shelter? Is there really a natural disaster? Either way, we don't know if there's a connection between what happened to Yoko and all this. Let's go to the classroom and then tell Mr. Nanaki about the dome thing. Very well. Looks like the other classes left theirs as they were as well. They're at the teachers' desks. Is everybody else planning to stay in the gym? Japan is a country full of fools who have grown lazy through too much peace. I doubt anyone else has dared take it upon themselves to investigate this matter. We're here. The box is still where I left it. Inside is... I can't. Sakuya, I'm sorry, could you... No matter. What is this madness? Huh? There's nothing here. Huh? That can't be right. We left it right here. It's not like it got up and moved on its own, is it? Someone came around and removed it while everyone was at the gym. This is life, not some third-rate mystery novel. Exactly, Sakuya. Yuuya. Salutations, Ryota. I see you're babysitting Sakuya. Do not throw my name about like some cheap toy mongrel. How cruel. Well, I can't blame you for being tense, given the circumstances. I think he'd act like that regardless of circumstances, Yuuya. I am sorry about her. It pains me to think what happened. His expression clouds. It's strange. I've never seen him with any expression other than carefree cheerfulness before. You've known her for a long time, right? Yes. Do you know something about all this, Yuuya? Well, most of this business is still a mystery to me, but I can at least answer the question we face right now. The whereabouts of the corpse, you mean? Yeah, that. As you said, this isn't some third-rate mystery novel. Corpses don't disappear, and we won't be having a famous detective show up and find the culprit for us. Anyway, the other infirmary assistants and I gathered her up in the chemistry lab. The chemistry lab? What for? Well, for one, well, we couldn't just leave her scattered throughout the school, if only for the mental health of the students. Secondly, for the autopsy. As you know, we have two things going on here at once. The only human in the school was cut up and distributed to the rest of the school, and now there's some natural disaster happening. I imagine you're wondering if there isn't a connection between the two. We are, but we haven't found anything. What do you know? I told you, this is all a mystery to me, too. I suspect that we will have an easier time investigating the murder as long as we're sealed in like this, though. The doctor should be proceeding with the autopsy by now. The doctor? Why him? You don't trust him? Of course not. I don't want to think about what he might do to her. He might even have... You suspect the doctor? Yes! Everybody knows he's a nutcase. He's probably killed her for some crazy experiment. He is an expert in the field. Who else could perform the autopsy? But I know where you're coming from, Yoda. He is not exactly the most ethically minded bird around. That's why I asked Professor Nanaki to come too. He should be there by now if you want to go make sure. Alright, we'll go later. So Hiyoko has been gathered in the chemistry lab, and the doctor and Mr. Nanaki are examining her right now. Mr. Nanaki might not be the best witness, but he's better than no one, right? Well, now we know where the corpse went then. But why are you here? Me? I'm investigating under my own orders, of course. Playing detective mongrel. That, and I have to make sure we didn't miss any pieces. Anyway, what are you two doing now? We're going to do now. Personally, I think the murder and the evacuation are almost certainly connected. I'm inclined to agree. The headmaster's refusal to explain our situation makes me doubt his story in its entirety. Indeed. So, Ryota. Yeah? I know how you feel. You want to find the one who did this to Hiyoko as soon as possible, right? Yeah. Hiyoko. Gone for a moment, and suddenly she was turned into this. Who did that to her? I'll find them and I'm going to find the culprit and I've never felt this emotion before, but now I feel nothing else. When I find that bird, My thoughts exactly. Unfortunately, the school's a mess, and we won't find anything by chasing after her shadow. I think we should try to solve both mysteries at once, wherever possible. Of course, the wall could just be there because of some natural disaster. That's about all I have to say. We didn't need your advice from the start. You're nothing but talk anyway, mongrel. Thanks, Yuuya. We'll do our best to help. Oh, one other thing. You might want to talk to One. And again, I know this is One. I'm just gonna call him One. In the maintenance office. Tell him I sent you. You mean that antisocial cockatiel dandy everybody hates? Yep, him. Don't worry, he's a good guy. He'll be able to help you, and you might find something useful in there. Well, that's it for the talky mongrel. Adieu. He saunters off towards the staircase. What a dreadfully obnoxious man. I thought he'd never shut up. He gave us some good advice, right? We should be grateful. Anyway, I don't think we'll find anything else here. Indeed. Where should we head next? I doubt we would go amiss by visiting the lab, the maintenance office, or by investigating the wall outside. Right. Let's go to the office first. Maybe this one guy will be able to help us. The maintenance office. In other words, the repairman's shop. I doubt we will find anything useful there. Yuuya said to go, right? I doubt the integrity of his advice. Jeez, is that anything to say about your own brother? You should be nicer to your family. My family? Do you mock me? That filthy-blooded mongrel is no relation to me. Whoa, calm down. I guess his elitism is still running business as usual. We don't have time to waste. We should hurry. The maintenance room is in the corner of the main building on the ground floor, right? Excuse us. What is this? It doesn't look very educational. The handyman pretty much lives here, I think. I know I gave this guy a voice before, but I can't really remember it, so let me pick one real quick. A dove, and one more. Mr. Wan, hello. What are you doing here? Didn't you hear the alarm? I'm Ryota, and this is Sakuya. We got permission from our teacher to investigate the building. Didn't you hear the alarm?
No panic, no noise, no leaving. That's what I do here.
Whoa, somehow he seems really cool. You mean you're too lazy to go to the gymnasium?
Don't worry about me. You two go ahead and fight your classes there.
No, we're not. Do you mean to interfere with us, wretched fool? Yuuya said we should ask you for help.
Sakazaki Yuuya?
Yes, him. We decided to honor his request by coming all the way over here. Do you intend to stop us now? Sakaya, where the heck are your manners? Sorry, he transferred from overseas, and his Japanese isn't too great.
One certainly has more bark than I imagine he has bite. Very well, come in. What did you say your gentlemen were investigating?
Two things. The murder of Tosaka Hiyoko and the mysterious wall outside. You've been in here the whole time, right? Do you know what he's talking about?
Yes, I got an idea of it from Mr. Sakazaki.
In other words, you only know what you've heard from that mongrel. Useless.
I know plenty about the school itself, though. My job is to take care of the entire campus.
Maybe you know what the big gray wall outside is, then.
Nope.
Useless wretch. Sakaya, calm down. Though I'm not sure there's anything we can learn from here right now. Oh wait, Mr. One, could we use your computer? Maybe we can find out what's going on outside.
Sadly not.
Everything's been cut off since this morning. Even the telephone wires, eh? This is too thorough. I can't think of any reason why they'd need to cut the communication systems off if it were some sort of storm protection. This has been a wild goose chase then, a complete waste of time. Let us go, Kawara.
Wait, I have a bright and massive piece of advice for you.
Bright and massive?
What? If you get stuck, try the headmaster's office. I've been almost everywhere in this school, but never there. I might be able to find something out about the wall if you check in there.
Of course, the headmaster did not speak to us in person in the gym. If he was broadcasting from his office, then he might still be there. Asking him certainly seems like the best way to go to get some solid information. We should try that.
If you need a break later on, feel free to come back here and rest. Anyone Mr. Sakazaki sent is trustworthy. I'll get you some notes. If you find anything, you can come write it down. You never know what would happen in a situation like this, and you don't want to forget anything.
Thank you, Mr. One. We can come back here later. For now, we should check the lab or the wall. For those two, we can try the headmaster's office. Go to